Hi everyone, I'm Genevieve Zawada and I'm talking to you live from London. It's coming up for 5 o'clock. We're going to be talking today about ways to get over an ex-partner. Now this is something as a dating and relationship coach, which I am, it's something that we talk about constantly, and it's probably one of the most difficult things that people really have to deal with. So while I'm waiting for a few more of you to join us, say hello, let me know where you're from. Hi, there's 25 of you online so far. So hi, I'm Genevieve Zawada from London, dating and relationship coach. I want to make sure you can all hear me. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. And it would be really good to have some interaction from all of you. So if you have any questions, I'm here to talk about those questions and to talk about getting over somebody, because it's really hard to get into a new relationship if you're not emotionally and physically ready. So hey, hi, hey, Anne, watching from the UK. Great, nice to have you on board, Anne. So where else have we got people coming from? Dubai. Hi, Stephen from Dubai. Can everyone hear me so far? I want to make sure everyone can hear me okay, because I'm recording from a different place. No, you can't hear me okay? Shall I talk a bit louder? Okay, so, hi Lauren, hi. Right, okay, so we're going to be talking about exes, which is a really difficult thing. And what we're going to look at is 3 ways to get over your ex so that you can move on. So it's always difficult. A breakup is really, really hard. And I'm Genevieve Zawada, for those of you that don't know me. I'm a dating and relationship coach and expert. I work internationally. I have done for 20 years, helping people all over the world find and attract the right love that's important for them. So we've got people from all over: Dubai, South Korea, New York. Hey, I'm in New York for the Matchmakers Convention in a couple of weeks. Hello, New York. So one of the things we're going to be talking about is acceptance, because that's the very first thing when you have separated from someone and you're heartbroken and you don't really understand sometimes why you've split up with somebody, but it's traumatic, it's emotional. The first thing you need to do before you can move on is accept what's happened. And sometimes that's even harder if you're the one that's done the breaking up, because sometimes you ask yourself, why have I done this? Have I done the right thing? All of these sorts of questions will go around in your head, wanting to make sure that you're sense checking why you're actually not in that relationship anymore. So sometimes it's harder to break up than be broken up with, because you're trying to think of other reasons to stay in the relationship and always wanting to know, am I doing the right thing? So acceptance is the first thing that we're going to be talking about. So what do I mean by acceptance? Well, acceptance is one of the things that we need to do to accept why we've done it, why have we actually broken up with somebody, or why have we been dumped, basically. Why has someone broken up with us? And that's the hardest thing. It's really, really hard to actually accept what's happened, especially if it's come as a big shock. So one of the things I always get my clients to do as a coach is write things down. Writing things down is a really healthy way to get what's in your head and in your heart down on paper. So write down your reasons. If you're breaking up with somebody, write down your reasons so that you really fully understand it and actually analyse it and think, can I do anything different to make this work or not? And if you can't, then just accept that you can't, and some things are just not meant to be. If someone's broken up with you, write out why you think they've broken up. What were their reasons? What could you have done differently? What was your learning from that experience? Because sometimes, we learn, we meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I'm constantly saying that to people. So if someone's come into your life and it's really hurt that they've left your life, you need to understand what was the learning that came from that relationship. And part of that acceptance and writing it down is a really positive way forward. So write things out, accept it, so that the next stage is the acceptance, it's the acknowledgement. The next stage is the letting go. And you can't let go until you've accepted, because sometimes it's really hard to let go of something that you don't know what you're actually letting go of. So you have to accept things. Hi, there's lots more of you joining us. Hi, welcome. So letting go, once you've accepted everything, you have to let go. And now people let go in different ways. Guys do this so differently to the girls, okay? So yeah, lots of thumbs up for that one. Yeah, guys do let go very differently than girls. Guys sometimes will just go out, you know, have a blast with their with friends, and you know, just go and do something a bit crazy, whereas girls, you know, you have to have a deep, meaningful conversation with your girlfriends, friends and family to dissect it. You know, us girls are very analytical, and we need to dissect all the information and work out, hey, you know, we've accepted it, but it's really hard to let it go. So, good morning, some more from New York. Good morning, it's afternoon here in London. Hello, nice of you to join us. So, once we've accepted things and once we've let go, we can let go in a number of different ways. So what we need to do, yeah, some people are saying I need to meet for a lifetime, I'm tired of a season. Sometimes it's hard to meet the right person, and you could be holding on and really, really holding on to all the emotions from your last relationships, which you're then projecting onto other relationships, which is why those relationships don't work out. So that's why it's really important to have the acceptance and have the letting go, because then that will allow you to move on and have a healthy, happy relationship. So yeah, and someone's saying, I can't believe guys and girls are different. I don't know if that's sarcastic, but yeah, they deal with it and they process it very differently. Men and women do process things very differently. Believe me, after 20 years of working with people and working through why people break up, it is processed in a very, very different way. So you have to find the way that works for you, and everyone will process things differently. There is no textbook way of processing a breakup. You've got to do what works for you, and it's really important that you find the right thing that works for you when it comes to acceptance and letting go. So once you've done all of that and you're ready to move on, it's really important to write out what you're looking for, and manage your expectations very, very clearly, and understand, because we attract what we give off. So we need to make sure that we are giving off the right things so that we're attracting the right people into our lives. So once you've accepted things and you've written things down, and that's, you know, that's stage one. And lots of people are saying, why is it hard to let go? Okay, yeah, I'll answer that for you. It is hard to let go because sometimes letting go is the most painful part, and it's the longest part of the breakup process. And people let go in a very different way. Yeah, we've got Julie here saying, I refuse to accept and let go. I'd still hold on after 2 years. Julie, I think a lot of people will empathise with you, and thank you for being so brave and sharing that with you. What I would say to you is write things out. If you haven't written things out yet, write it out and realise that you are someone very special and that you deserve to be happy and deserve to find some happiness. So what the first thing is, if you're still holding on to anything, is do that acceptance, do that letting go. Find any way that you can of letting go in a healthy way. And that's, you know, you can go to a coach like myself, you can download the book. We've got a great guide that helps you to understand who you are, what you have to offer, and there's some letting go steps. Sandy, another person. Hi Sandy, thank you for joining us, thank you for sharing. That it's 4 years and it's very hard for me. It's really, really hard. For a number of people for different reasons. So, you know, again, if you want to download the guide and work through it, people that have done that have found that very, very useful. So, first step before we wrap up is going to be understanding and accepting. And, you know, someone's just written, Ralph, thank you. Depending on the depth of the relationship, it can be like mourning. It's just as traumatic and may take years to recover from. Absolutely. The harder it is, and the harder you've been in love with someone, it's like a death. It's the next thing to a bereavement, because it is a bereavement in a funny sort of way. It's a bereavement. Because that person's still around, but they don't want to be with you, or you don't want to be with them. So there is that whole process of dealing with that emotionally. And we'll talk about this in more detail over the coming weeks. Every week we're going to be choosing a different topic, and I think this is probably a very healthy one for us to be discussing. Yeah, we've got other ones. How do you let go of someone that keeps coming in and out of your life? There's loads of questions. Wow. It is one day at a time, it really is. But, try the 3 steps. Try the acceptance, writing it all out, and understanding what it is that you're holding on to. So, if you're holding on to stuff, write it out and actually analyse it and work out, okay, what is it that I'm holding on? Is this serving me well? Is this helping me? Oh God, some of you, Sandy, yeah, I can see you feel dead inside and how to find yourself. Okay, it's a really, really, really tough one. And I suggest, if you're really struggling with this, is, find a good coach. If you can find a good coach or a good relationship therapist that you can have a couple of sessions with, and they will, honestly, I've helped thousands of people across the world to park things and let things go. If you've got things still in the house that remind you of that relationship, if you've got things that you do, places you go that you're holding on to, let go of them, ditch it. It's not worth it. It's you need to bag things up, get rid of things, have a cathartic clear out as well as an emotional clear out and a physical clear out. And be kind to yourself. Do things that make you happy. Do things that you want to do, that make you feel that you're good about yourself again. Do something physical, so a sport, take up some exercise, do something that makes you feel, good about you, because you need to build yourself back up after you've had a traumatic breakup. So, there's lots of different things that we're going to talk about, some coaching tips on over the coming weeks. Yeah, Betsy, thank you. I agree. Clear everything out that reminds you of them. And Jodie, don't give your heart too soon. No, you need to protect yourself. You need to make sure that your heart is protected, that you feel good inside, and you're strong enough to move on, because, you're worth it. You're worth being good and happy, and you deserve that. So make sure that you look after you. It doesn't matter if it was a year, it doesn't matter if it was 30 years, it still has the same impact on people, which is really difficult. So 3 things: acceptance, write it all out, make sure that it's very clear, let go by bagging things up, by talking to friends, by doing all the things that you need to, so that you find yourself. Go get a haircut. Go and get a new wardrobe. Go and do some things that make you feel good, so that you start looking at yourself every day and saying, yeah, I look good, I feel good. Little steps. It's really little steps that you need to do to start loving yourself, because when you start loving yourself, other people will come in and they'll notice and go, hey, you're looking good, you're looking really good today. And that's really important. Nira, have been locked up in my room for the past 4 days. It's killing me. Oh, bless you, Nira. Be kind to yourself. Go have a lovely bath. Go get yourself some comfort food and enjoy being you. It's time for you to sort of rest, recover, and recuperate, so that you can move on in your life, because you deserve that happiness. Find something every day that makes you happy, and before you go to bed at night, write something down that's made you really happy that day, something that's positive, so that your brain is always ending the day on something lovely, happy, and positive. Right, my lovelies, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will see you next Sunday, same time, and have a beautiful sunny day. I hope it's sunny everywhere else. It's really sunny here in the UK. And I want you to all do something that makes you happy, that you can nurture and look after yourself. And I'll see you this time next week. Take care. God bless.